Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Roman Rich, and I am back with another video. And this one is going to be something that a few people ask me about because I'm always playing Stars music, which I'm not right now. I'm currently playing a Nicki Minaj medley of songs. So that's what's playing right now, of course. As always, I don't own the rights to the music. I just don't want to be sitting here in silence talking. I feel like it's more appealing if I have music. Yeah, so this video I'm going to be doing my recommendations as far as movies, TV shows, and songs. Or albums, rather. I'll do albums, maybe songs, but yeah. So I'm going to literally go on to my Netflix and give you some suggestions, a little feedback of why, and hopefully I can help you guys find something to get interested in or something to watch in your free time, that kind of thing. So I thought this would be a kind of fun video to do for you guys. And it being a few days after Valentine's Day, I mean, I'm sure people are still sitting at home who are lonely. So this will give you something to do when you're by yourself. I know I utilize Netflix a lot. This is what I'm watching. And then my list. It just stopped. So yeah. So I'll start with you guys. It's gonna go from movie to TV shows. So it's not gonna be, well, I guess I'll do TV shows first. So the TV show I'm watching right now on Netflix is Scandal. Scandal is on ABC and it's starring Kerry Washington, who is Olivia Pope, the baddest bitch in the game, period. But I love her. She's just amazing. Like in the show, it's basically about, she's playing the mistress, but also like a fixer who fixes the problems in the Republic, as they like to say. And she falls in love with the President of the United States, and they have this up and down roller coaster relationship. Her father is a son of a gun. It has a lot of politics, and it has a lot of mysteries and like crimes, and kind of it's just a lot going on, but it's a lot of good stuff going on. Like, it's like, well, let me read to you what it's about. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to season 1. Okay. So she's advertised as a young lawyer who starts a new job at a crisis management firm, and she has to deal with everyone's problems from the president down to her own associates. Like, she's basically like a mom, like a super powered mom, like for real. But it's just, I'm big on mysteries and trying to figure out problems. For those who don't know, that when I was in college, my minor was law and my major was journalism. So I loved that kind of stuff. Like I love law. I love, like, I don't even know how to like describe it, but just everything with like law and figuring out law enforcement and the actually what laws are and how to get around certain laws and bending stuff. Like, she bends a lot of rules, and like the police cannot stand her ass, but she still does what she wants. Like, I don't even know how to, like, maybe I can look up like how to describe Scandal. Let me see. Okay, so the description on Google says, I can't believe I forgot this. It's the same creator as How to Get Away with Murder, which is one of the shows I suggest, but I'll get to that. It's the same creator as How to Get Away with Murder and Grey's Anatomy. And they all come on Thursday, back to back. It's called TGIT. So that's the little situation that they all come on. But it says, Grey's Anatomy creator Shonda Rhimes is the creative mind behind this ABC drama, and she is amazing. Like, oof. But Olivia Pope is a former media consultant to the president, is ready to move on with her new life, and opens her own crisis management firm But she can, that's okay. So like fixer or crisis management, that makes more sense. So crisis management. Um, but she can't seem to shake ties with her past. Olivia's staff includes Quinn Perkins, who has a complicated story, and hacker extraordinaire Huck as she moves forward. And there's also Abby Whelan, who works for her, Stephen Finch, and Harrison Wright. The people that work for her are people that she has saved in life. I won't tell what she did for them, but she saves them, so they like, their thing is like they're her gladiators and they follow her over a cliff. That's something they say a lot in the show. But that's so they're like to the core loyal for her. Like they will put their own happiness, I mean her happiness before their own, her life before their own, like literally. It's kind of crazy. Sorry, I realized that wasn't looking too hot and I didn't like that, so okay, back to what I was saying. So yeah, as she moves forward, it becomes clear that while her staffers may specialize in cleaning up the lives of people, they can't seem to do the same for themselves. So her and every one of her staffers who I just named all go through so many problems, and a lot of her friends go through so much. It is, I think it's about, let me see how many seasons it is. It's 7 seasons. I'm currently rewatching it for the 5th time. I'm on season 7. I mean, on season 4. So yeah, it's a really good show about crime and like solutions to your life and what you should do in life and fixing your mistakes and moving forward when you've had a horrible past. Like it is some of everything in that show. Everything they deal with: race, racism, prejudice, sexuality, hate crimes, police violence, police brutality, politics, how the government is really run, how a bill is made, how a law is passed, how things in a constitution are looked at, and what process they, how the constitution stops things from being done or pushes things forward that shouldn't be necessarily. It's actually a lot of information in the show. It's really good. So if you're into politics or law, I would recommend that definitely. The next one is Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and that is starring, because I don't know actors and actresses' names, like to be really honest, is Ellie Kemper, Jane Kowalski, and Titus Burgess. And the creators are Tina Fey and Robert Carlock. But it's a TV comedy. It is absolutely hilarious. Kimmy was trapped in this bunker for, I don't remember how many years, but then she's like set free and like the world has changed. She doesn't understand the slang and the music and how things work. She dresses like a little kid because she was kidnapped and enslaved technically when she was in high school, I think. So it's her journey and how she navigated her new life through New York. She has a roommate who's homosexual and his name is Titus, and he is fucking hilarious. Like the things he says are like so ridiculous, and I wish I could remember something. Like when he said he eats buckets of mayonnaise, like he's hilarious. I kid you not, you will fall out laughing. Like it's hilarious. And then the first person they gave her a job is this rich debutante who was Native American. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's hilarious. So I would definitely recommend that if you have like a laugh or two. There's not really much to go into about that because that's really what the core of it is. And then she ends up becoming friends with her landlord, and you know Titus is her roommate, and then the rich debutante that hired her for her first job when she first got out of the bunker as a babysitter for her spoiled kids. She became friends with her too. So it's just about kind of like their journey. So it's really good. I like it a lot. Now, the infamous Grace and Frankie, which is currently right now a trending topic and a trending TV show. But me and my friend Dominic have been watching Grace and Frankie since the first time they put it on Netflix. So as far as I'm concerned, I was watching it first and so was he. Everybody's just now jumping on the bandwagon. I've been watching it, and it has always been a shit. I've always loved that show. It's about two old ladies who find out 40 years into their marriage that their husbands are homosexual and dating each other. So their lives are thrown. Mind you, they each have two kids. So Grace and Robert have Brianna and Mallory, and Frankie and Saul have Bud and Coyote. They're adopted because Frankie can't have kids. So they're adopted. So it's about how Grace and Frankie navigate their new lives, and how everyone goes forward, and how Robert and Saul's life together, and how they deal with that, and deal with the separation of their families and their friends, and just the changes they go through and the milestones. And it's about love, friendship, and family, but it's also absolutely hilarious. Like, it is so funny. Like, Frankie it's just hilarious. You have to watch it. If you have to look up clips and stuff, do that, or look at the trailer, but that show is hilarious. My next TV show is The Office. I have watched The Office all seasons like 5 times. The Office is hilarious. It has a lot of life messages. It has a lot of motivational messages. It has a lot of like stuff you can use in the real world. It's absolutely hilarious. It's a comedy to the extreme. Like, it's a comedy all the way around. But if you actually pay attention, you're a thinker like I am, a lot of the stuff that they go through and they do can help you, or help you in life. So The Office is a really good one. It's basically about it's a TV show about an office that is in a documentary. So it's weird. It's like it's a TV show about a camera crew that wants to make a TV show about, or a documentary about, an office. And Michael Scott is the office manager, and that is Steve Carell, and he is a fool. Like, oh my gosh. Everything he does is so out of control and so wrong. And his second hand, well, his right hand that's not really in command, is Dwight Schrute, or Dwight K. Schrute, because as he likes to say a lot, and he's a nut job. Like, it's that show is hilarious. If you don't know about that show, you have to live under a rock. But The Office is one I would suggest too. You just came out, and that's about a psychopath that falls in love with this girl and like stalks her to the millionth power, and ends up finding he's stalking her, but ends up finding out that her best friend probably shouldn't have told that. Anyway, watch that. I'm not even gonna go into any more detail about that. I'm watching, it's kind of a TV show, kind of documentary kind of thing, The World's Most Extraordinary Homes. It's about these two architects. It's Pierce Taylor and Carolyn Quinton. They go to homes in New Zealand, Greece, United States, Australia. They go to some of everywhere, some of the, like Norway, like the furthest reaches of the earth, and look at these extravagant homes that were built by regular people, or were built by architects themselves for their families, or business owners that just they had the idea and they wanted a house to be built in that idea. It's just some of the most amazing houses, and I still don't want to be an architect, but I was never really into houses. But after watching that, I'm like, this is really interesting. Like, actually seeing how houses are made and the designs and how intricate they are, and it's art. Like, some of these houses are literally works of art. It's beautiful, and I think it's amazing. If you're interested in architect, or you just interested in art, or you just like looking at nice houses, it's an amazing show. I will sit there and eat and watch that show. And again, it's called The World's Most Extraordinary Homes. It's amazing. Another TV show, trying to get into Gossip Girl. The only reason I wanted to get into it is because one of my friends, Yanni, has been trying to get me to watch that show forever. Like, forever, because it mentions Henry Bendel in it. Because Henry Bendel is based in New York. He bought the company. He established the company in New York in 1985. But he's from Louisiana. So they mention it. I've seen a few episodes. They do mention it. I I haven't seen any bags or anything yet in the show, but they do mention it, so I've kind of tried to start watching that. I haven't really got into it, but yeah. Another show on Netflix that I watch is The Fosters. The Fosters is so good. Oh my god, The Fosters is so good. I don't know. Some people think about The Fosters how I used to. Is like, it's not really interesting. It's like an old people show. It's really not. I started watching it when I was, I think, 19, and I'm 23. It's a really good show. It's about family, and you don't have to be blood for someone to be family, and the passion and the love and the care and the respect and dedication that they all have for each other, and how hard they go for each other. And a lot of them aren't even really blood, because their last name is Fosters, but they have foster kids too. So it's a play on words in a sense. It's amazing to see, and it's heartwarming to see. They do go through a lot of crazy psychotic stuff on that show. It's intense in some moments, I will say that. But it's amazing to see how people care out there, because I'm sure it is families out there and people out there that are just like them. So I think that's awesome, and I think that's a great show for people to watch. There was a show, I finished it. Okay, 2 shows that I have finished are really good. It's about like schools. So one of them is overseas. It's subtitles and stuff you have to read. It's called Elite. That show is good. Look into that. It's ELITE. I can't really go into detail about what that's about, because I'm not really. It's about high school and like racial and social stuff. Like, it's intense, and then sexuality too, actually, now that I think about it. That show is really good. Then there's another one called Greenhouse Academy, and that one's about conspiracies and money and backroom dealings about astronaut stuff, and like their kids get involved. That one's intense too, but it's all based about, kids around my age at the time, because I watched this when I was like in my teens, or like 19, 20. Yeah, so 19, 20. Watching around those 2 ages, but those 2 shows are really, really good. I like those 2 shows a lot. They're not on those lists because I finished those a while ago, but those are good. She's Gotta Have It is another good one. It's about a young African-American girl who's trying to find love but also live her life in Brooklyn, New York. And everybody knows I want to move to New York. So that one is really good. That's leading me into something else. So yeah, She's Gotta Have It is really, really good. It's very for the culture. So I would definitely check that out. It's definitely the business. But I was just looking at Big Mouth, which is another show that I like. It's cartoons. It's about kids going through puberty, but it's like animated. It's absolutely hilarious, and I'm sure everyone knows about that, so I don't even need to go into detail about that one. How to Get Away with Murder is about a teacher who teaches a class about law and murder and justice and that kind of thing, and something tragic happens, and she takes these students under her wing, one of them for a very specific reason, and basically like she tries to fix them and help them through the craziness they go through. That show is deep, and I don't think I can really go into detail about that personally without giving stuff away, because I know how I am. So I would just look that up. It's called How to Get Away with Murder. I'm trying to think of another one. Shameless is a really good TV show. It's about this family of kids growing up in the south side of Chicago. I'm from Chicago. And they have like this huge issue with their parents not being worth anything, or like they don't really have a lot of money. The oldest is like 21, and she's taking care of 4 siblings, so it's 5 of them total. And again, her dad is a drunk, her mom is a drug addict and a drunk. Well, they're both a drug addict and drunk. And she left with, it was just a lot. But it's basically about, sticking together as a family and that always meaning something. And they go through a lot of shit too. But that deals with race, social problems, sexuality, economic issues. Like it's good. Shameless is really, really good. It has its funny moments, but it's kind of more so serious in a sense. Glee, which is really old, but that's about, you know, kind of like a High School Musical thing, but in a TV show. That's what Glee is, but I loved Glee. Glee was my favorite, and they had a lot of New York scenes in it, so that made it even better. Greenleaf is a really good show. That's about a Christian family and how Christians, that's really controversial. I don't want to get into that in my first two videos, yikes. But Greenleaf is about a Christian family and like the values and the mishaps and mistakes and misunderstanding and wrongdoings of the Christian family and stuff like that. It's very controversial and what's the word I'm looking for? Conflicting. So if you know what I mean as far as African American culture and then like Christian household and Christianity, definitely get into that show because it deals with that. Another show I've watched all seasons and I'm waiting for a new season to come out when March 15th. Queer Eye, and it's basically about these 5 gay guys who, no matter the sexuality of the person, travel from state to state, city to city, like remaking these people's lives and remaking people's lives as far as their culture, their food, their lifestyle, their hygiene. Like it's a guy for each thing. So it's their living space, their look, their diet, their clothes, and their culture, which is like how they communicate with people and like what they do during the day, like their activities, so that kind of thing. So it's 5 guys, each of them has their own thing they're going for to help that person, and it is like truly amazing and heartwarming that the amazing things they've done for these people. It even inspired me to get back in the gym and start working out more and do more to better my life and make me feel better and do more for me and start living more for me. So that is an amazing show. I actually got my old manager to watch it and he likes it a lot too. So that's a good and very inspirational show. I like that a lot. Comment below about what you guys think about Friends. I've tried to get into Friends. I watched like 5 minutes of it. I really couldn't get into it for real, but I tried to get into Friends. Didn't really work for real. So let me know what you guys think of Friends and if I should really give that the good old try. Orange is the New Black, iconic. I love Orange is the New Black. It's about a female president surviving in there and each woman's life and what they go through and what they deal with. Is crazy. It's crazy, and that is also has some funny moments, but is extremely deep at times as well. So yeah, that's a good one too. Dear White People is a great one too. It's about a black college, not a black college, a regular college, and they talk about the history of the college and the racial conflicts with the college, and supposedly there was some backroom dealings and some bad stuff that happened with the school, and the students are trying to figure it out. But it was like some race stuff. Like it's controversial, but it's good. That show is really, really good. Oh my god, how could I forget Riverdale? Oh, Riverdale is absolutely amazing. I definitely would recommend Riverdale. Riverdale is a good one, like a good one. Riverdale is good. It's basically about high schoolers who live in a small town. There's a south side, and then there's like the north side. It's about gangs, social issues, economic issues, sexuality issues. I don't know if I say racial issues. It's not racial. Class, like social class issues. It's not race. It's social class issues. Damn. They're trying to figure out who's going around doing all these crazy things that are happening in their town. That show last season threw me for a loop. Oh my god, I can't wait for that to come back on Netflix. Let me see if there's a list for that. No, it doesn't say when it comes back. But that was that. People who love Twilight, that was Twilight good, like for real, or if not better. That was good. I think those are all the shows I've watched. 13 Reasons Why. That was good, but it's not really I don't know. It's like, yeah, I saw it, okay, cool. But it's not something I'd be like, oh yes, you have to see that. Like, it's not, I don't know. It's like, yeah, if you want to, go ahead and watch it, but it's gonna frustrate you through the whole thing because of how annoying the kids were and like the stupid shit they did. It's very aggravating. But it was good though. I can't lie and say it wasn't. Okay, so and lastly, the Carrie Diaries on Netflix. That's good. That's a really good show. It's basically about Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City, but her growing up and how she made it to be the woman she was in Sex and the City. So, again, that was based in New York, which is why I got into that, and I really liked it because it was about fashion. You know, you guys also know I want to go to school for fashion, so yeah, that one's a good one. So now let's go to my Hulu, and let's see what TV shows I'm watching on that. Well, while that's loading, I can already say Star on Fox. Star is about a roundaway girl, white girl from Pittsburgh, who is about that life, and people try to pull her whole card, and she not with it. But and she rescues her sister from foster care because her mom died of an overdose, and they didn't have it. Their dad wasn't in their lives. They didn't have any family, so at 17, she went, got her sister, and they was out. They picked up their friend. They met Alex from New York, and they coming from Pittsburgh, headed to Atlanta to stay with somebody. I ain't gonna tell you who. And they started their music career from the bottom, and they blew the fuck up, and they did that. And that shows you how it don't matter where you come from. If you have a dream and you want it bad enough, you can go for it. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't let nobody tell you it's impossible. Don't let anybody try to tear you down and make you think you're lesser than yourselves. If you believe you can do it, if you have that motivation within yourself, you can make it happen regardless if the world is against you. It doesn't matter. It's all from within yourself, and that show definitely shows that. But as y'all know, that soundtrack is sick. That's my favorite soundtrack of any TV show, any movie, hands down. But yeah, Star is a really good show. So, but other than Star, I'm watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Everyone knows what that is. Again, Yanni put me on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I've always loved Kylie Jenner. She's my favorite. I don't care what anybody has negative to say about her. I love her ass. Bob's Burgers was on Netflix. It's now on Hulu. Love that. Just when I need a quick laugh or anything, or I don't really want to watch anything too serious, I'll watch Bob's Burgers. So that's like, sorry, my nose itches. That's like my kind of go-to cartoon. Marvel's Runaways is about the kids of like rich superheroes or like rich regular people, and they all have like powers or a specific gift, and they work together to bring down their parents who have been trapped in this bad organizations, but the kids don't know that they're trapped. They think they're just doing it to be bad. That's intense, but it's also a very good show on Hulu. But I love Marvel stuff, so if you love Marvel stuff, you're gonna like it, period. That's it. Another show which I love, and it's on TV right now, and I'm hoping they put it back on Hulu because I really don't watch TV. I really watch Hulu, Netflix, and YouTube videos. That's all I watch. But Claws, and it's about these nail techs, and they get involved with drugs and stuff like that. It says a look at the life and crimes of 5 women who work at a Florida nail salon. Claws is so good, and I'm trying to remember. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I want to say it's not Niecy Nash. I don't think. I can't remember who the main character is, but she's a black lady. I feel like it might be Niecy Nash. I don't know. I really feel like that's who it is. But that show is amazing, and like I said, I love art. So their nail tech, like the colors and like the styles, are awesome. So I love Claws. That was a really, really good one. Let me see. I put on here to eventually watch My 600-Pound Life. I want to get into that. Grownish, I want to get into. Atlanta, I want to get into. The Gifted. The Life of Kylie I watch because, again, I love Kylie. Will and Grace because of my mom. I love Will and Grace, so I've been watching that. This Is Us is a TV show I want to get into. Golden Girls is a classic, so I watch that sometimes here and there. Haven't really got into back into Empire. Haven't really watched that, but Empire was a good one too. So yeah, that's it for my TV shows on Netflix and Hulu. But since I'm already on the Hulu app, I'm going to tell you guys my movie suggestions. So, I haven't really watched many movies on Netflix. I mean, on Hulu. So the movies I watched on Hulu and I have on my list: Tyler Perry's Boo, A Medea's Halloween, Tyler Perry's Boo 2, A Medea's Halloween, Fences with Viola Davis and Denzel Washington, Monster Trucks, Baywatch, Yours, Mine, and Ours, Power Rangers, which was a good ass movie. Life Size 2, and I haven't watched that. I have to watch that because Life Size is like a movie from my childhood. Madea Goes to Jail. I Can Do Bad All By Myself. Transformers, the very last movie. So that's it as far as my movies on my Hulu. Now let me go back to my Netflix. So one of the movies on my Netflix is Some More, The Rain Continues. And Some More is so underrated. She is absolutely hilarious. And she said in one of her skits how Hollywood don't really fuck with her. Y'all need to cut that shit out. Because Some More is hilarious, period, flatline. She is funny as hell. Like, that's it. Some More is hilarious. Incredibles 2, which I don't even discuss the issue with that. Like, hands down, that's something that I had to see because, again, Incredibles 1 was from my childhood. Hotel Transylvania 3, love that movie. I've seen all of them. That's one of my favorites. Zootopia, Coco. I'm a big Disney movie. Like, I'm a big ass kid. Sing is one of my all-time favorite movies. B-movie I like. Emperor's New Groove, Mulan, Smurfs, The Lost Village. Leap was a really good movie. It's animated, it's for kids, but that one was a really good movie. I've seen that twice. Avengers, Infinity War, Black Panther. Ant-Man and Wasp. I'll just bit my tongue. What the hell? Oh, here's my list. I'm like, I've always wanted to watch Grey's Anatomy. It's just too many seasons. I want to watch the Ted Bundy tapes. That's on Netflix. So I'm back on Netflix for my movies. The Gianni Versace, his story is on here. I want to watch that. Hercules. Let me see. To go back to TV shows, Being Mary Jane, one of the best TV shows ever, and it comes back in April. Or March or April. Star comes back in March. I think Being Mary Jane might come back on BET in April, but Being Mary Jane is one of the best shows ever. Like, that has so many life lessons in it. Definitely look up Being Mary Jane. That one is good. Fuller House, I've watched, love that. Oh, that's a TV show. Oops. Because I realized I didn't go down my list. Cars 3. I don't know if I've said this. I did say it. I've had a passion for cars. I love cars. So I've seen Cars 1, 2, and 3. Love all of those. Tarzan, classic. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. I love both of those. Those are hilarious. The High School Musicals, a Goofy movie. Meet the Robinsons is one of my Meet the Robinsons and Shark Tale are my two top movies from way back in the day. Like, those two movies I have always loved. Atlantis 1 and 2 I've gotten into as I've gotten older, because when I was younger it was just like, what is this? Reality High is a Netflix original. That movie was really, really good. The Interview was a good movie with James Franco and Seth Rogen. That movie was really, really good. Oh, another TV show. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Again, if you like Marvel, you'll love that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was so good. Love that. The Fourth Man Out was a good movie too. It was about a guy who came out to his friends of being gay after like years of knowing each other and how they deal with it. It's a good movie, but it's also hilarious too. It's this one, Brother Bear 1 and 2, because I'm like, it's not because I'm Native American and I like it, but because I can like relate to it because of the culture. I love Brother Bear. Brother Bear is so good. Those are also up there on my top movie. Okay, now I'm gonna let people in on a little secret. My friends know this. It's kind of embarrassing. Not really, because I don't give a fuck. But Monster High, every Monster High movie and TV show I have seen. I love Monster High. I don't know why. It's just how the creators of the show how they do the fashions and everything. As far as like, because you know, there's like, they're monsters, so how they do the monster fashion, and like each movie is like in a new place. So they did one, and it's not real like they're monsters, so their world, they did like, instead of New York, they did Boo York, and then instead of Paris, they said Scaris, because like being scared. So like the play on words and stuff, it's just done so well. I like it. So I watch all of the Monster High movies, everything. Fun Mom's Dinner was good. TV show, Good Girls, on Netflix. That show was really, really good. I would definitely recommend that. Riptide was a good movie. I started it, never finished it. Another show that they still haven't brought back, Between, which was about a pathogen that was released in this small town that killed everybody over 22. That movie was, that show was crazy, but that was also a very good show. I have 7 Pounds on here, never saw it, but I definitely went to see it. I have the Flintstones movie, iconic. I have a lot of stuff on here. Bear with me, guys. So I have Christmas with the Cranks, which is an all-time top Christmas movie. Sex and the City, the movie, which I've seen for the first time my birthday weekend. The Emoji Movie, which I love. Again, I'm a big kid in a big animated movie. Balto 1, 2, and 3. It's about a snow dog. Loved all 3 of those. Another thing, I'm also very childish and a little kid. And also, the daycare I went to growing up, it was all females. It was like 2 boys. So there was nothing but girl TV shows and Barbie dolls. So it was like, growing up watching that stuff, you know, I kind of like that stuff. So, well, watching it rather. I don't play with dolls. At 23 years old, I'm a grown-ass man. But I watched all the Tinkerbell movies. And I think that's kind of because of my sister, because she used to watch like the Bratz and the Barbies movies when we were younger, like my blood sister, when we went to my uncle's house. So I watched those rather. It's a lot on here that I haven't watched yet. And that's it as far as movies on my Netflix. So yeah, those are my suggestions for you guys. I hope you like them. Comment below, let me know if you've seen any of them, your opinions on any of them, how you feel about them and that kind of thing. Don't forget, again, to like, comment, and share this video. I would greatly appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and hit that ding notification bell so you never miss an upload. And I would love to have you join the new family. Again, we're small, but we're growing. And thank you to everyone who always supports me and the genuine love and affection I get from all of you. I really appreciate it. So thank you, and I will see you all in the next video.